Hi, my name's Louise McKenzie, the Director of Workforce Transformation. Today at Team Brief I presented the Leadership, Management and Talent Strategy for the organisation. So the vision for our strategy is to develop leaders who can enable staff to be the best version of themselves at work. So a really strong vision statement for us. And what we wanted to do was to develop a strategy that then set out what we thought were consistent leadership behaviours that we'd be looking for in the organisation, and the different interventions and training courses that people could access in order for them to be able to develop those skills. So we've also heard in our staff survey over the last few years that staff don't always feel supported. They don't always feel that the experience that they get from their line managers and their leaders is fair or effective. And we also hear that frequently leaders and managers feel ill-prepared for the task of leading in the organisation. We also looked externally at research from things like the NHS 5-year forward view, which talks about radical change needed in healthcare models and the leadership support that we need to give the NHS leaders to be able to put in place those different models of care. We also remember the Rose Review, which is Michael Rose looking at leadership capacity in the NHS. And again, with a view around we don't do enough to make sure that our clinicians that are coming through the ranks have the appropriate leadership skills to be able to do those jobs as leaders and not just the technical skills that they have as good clinicians. And so from our research and from what staff have told us through the staff survey, but also in terms of that vision that I described about supporting staff to be the best version of themselves at work, we want to build our leadership talent in order to really foster improvement and innovation at Ashford and St Peters. There's a real emphasis around leaders collaborating, so around collective leadership, and around how leaders can forge new multi-professional relationships and empower change across what we see at the moment as silos. Ultimately, we're looking to develop consistent leadership behaviours which nurture the right culture for Ashford and St Peters. So the strategy also describes what we'll be offering to staff in terms of management and leadership development. We're introducing a new managers induction programme, which is really exciting in terms of being able to, as a new manager, understand what the role of a manager is, develop your own network, but also understand what training is accessible to you in terms of developing those skills. That will lead you into a core people management programme and an extension of the old managers toolkit. So we'll be doing skills development around how you line manage your staff and developing the skills for you to be able to do that. The strategy also describes other leadership interventions, such as developing a leadership forum for the organisation, where we will hope to bring inspirational speakers to talk about leadership and how it works in other organisations, as well as describing the both bespoke programmes that we'll be developing internally, but also some of the external programmes that you can access, such as the Healthcare Academy programmes, the King's Fund programmes, and the work that we'll be doing with the IHI. You'll be able to access more information about the leadership and management interventions if you go on to the intranet page and look at SkillsNet on the Leadership and Management Framework page. So there's a significant amount of information already on that, and we hope to have fully populated that framework with links to all of the relevant training interventions by the summer.